So hello there, this is Alan Campbell from the Richmond News. Welcome back to our Meet Richmond's Olympians series. I'm here with Canada's Rugby Sevens star, Nate Hirayama. For those of you who don't know Nate, this will be his Olympic debut, but he has been to the Commonwealth Games 3 times. And a little while ago is an alumnus of McRoberts Secondary, a born and bred Richmondite who debuted for Canada aged 18. And among his claims to fame in that sphere, he is Canada's greatest point scorer at rugby sevens. And I understand, Nate, third top point scorer in the world last year. Is that correct?
I'm not sure exactly on that, but no, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. And are you at home right now, Nate?
Yeah, I'm at home here in Victoria at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, you're living in Victoria, right? Okay.
Yeah, well, this is where we train at Langford.
Okay, so
we're all over here.
The team's together already?
Yeah, we're centralized on the island here, so we train here full time, year round.
Nice. And when do you guys fly out?
That we're not going until just before the opening ceremonies, just because of the COVID situation going on in Japan. I think our NSO decided that it would be best if we went a bit later, which is a shame because we'd all like to be there as soon as possible and kind of get amongst it. But I think we're going in just before the opening ceremonies.
Yeah. And when does your competition actually start?
The 26th.
26th, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then how have the preparations been going so far?
Yeah, they've been going well so far. The team was just announced last week, finalized last week, which was, like a big week for everyone. But no, the prep's been good. Tons of heat adaptation. We didn't really need much of it last week because it was so hot anyways, but we're doing a lot of heat adaptation, and we're going to start, just because we are going so late, we're going to start to try to change our clocks here. So that'll be an interesting kind of experiment to see how we can get on the Japanese time prior to leaving.
So how is that going to work? What time are you having to go to bed and get up then?
I think we're going to obviously just work into it slowly, but I think just before we go, we're going to be probably not going to sleep till 6 a.m, training in the middle of the night, eating meals in the middle of the night, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting, but obviously necessary, just with the jet lag, and it does take a while to get over it when you travel that far. So
and so you prepared in the past for big events like Commonwealth Games. How is your preparation any different for the Olympics?
No, to be honest, not a lot different. I think the heat adaptation is something a bit different. We're expecting it to be like quite hot and humid in Japan this time of year. We've done stuff like that before, but not to this extent. We're taking it like quite seriously. We take everything very seriously, but
and what about
this is just kind of the big us in the
and then what about
sorry.
That's okay. You're just losing you a little bit there. On the day itself, like when the day of the competition, for example, for the first day, what do those preparations look like? Do you change your routine, your meals? What happens?
No. Try to keep it very consistent. I'm not sure what time our first game will be at on that first day, but we'll usually do, obviously a meal in the morning, and then we'll try to do some sort of activation 2 hours out from our first game, just so our first kind of run out isn't a game. So we'll, get moving. We'll go throw a ball around and do some activation stuff, and then we usually head to the field quite early. I'm not sure what it's all going to look like over there in regards to COVID protocols and all that, but I think all the athletes are in a similar boat. It'll be an interesting to see how everything's kind of put together.
Yeah. And I understand you have a nickname called Spicy Nate. Is that correct?
I don't think I wouldn't even say that's a real thing, but a buddy of mine called me that once because I didn't have a nickname. So he was trying really hard to make it a thing. So he'll love hearing you say that, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah.
And so realistically, Nate, what are Canada's chances of getting near the podium on this in these Olympics?
I think within our group, we feel strongly that we can really cause some upsets and make some noise at the games. Our last international competition was March 2020 in Vancouver, and we came third, beating some of the top ranked teams in the world. And I think rugby sevens knows that on any given day, anyone can beat anyone, and that's kind of an appealing part about the game for players and spectators. I think it's just different in that nature. So yeah, we feel confident. Obviously, I think like the world of rugby probably aren't expecting us to go in there and do anything, but that's not something that's too foreign for us.
Yeah. And how about your family and friends? Are they pretty pumped?
But we're excited
about going.
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone's really excited. We're all really excited about going. Obviously, it's too bad that they won't be able to travel and spectate in person. But no, I know like a lot of my friends and family, they've all reached out and have been just so supportive of me over the last my whole career. But a lot of messages and stuff like that since the team naming, and now it's just a really exciting time, and I'm really thankful for all their support.
Yeah, and given, I mean, you have quite a decorated resume in the world of rugby sevens in Canada. I would imagine this must be up there with the best.
Yeah, no doubt. Of course, it'll be the biggest competition I've ever attended. Obviously, there's been a lot of different things that stick out in my mind in terms of like highlights in my career, but going to these games will definitely be a massive highlight and milestone in my career. And I just want to go there. I think me and my team all have the same mindset. We just want to go there and make the most of our opportunity.
Well, Nate, thanks so much for your time on behalf of everyone at the Richmond News and on behalf of our readers. We wish you the best of luck.
Cheers, Alan. Thanks for having me.